The following program is an exclusive presentation of the Metro News Radio Network in cooperation with the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission.
Winfield made a surprise run through the AA bracket a year ago to win the school's first ever boys state basketball championship. This year, the Generals were the targeted team, and they flourished, winning 22 games while running up impressive offensive numbers. Winfield has 5 senior starters and the nucleus back from last year's championship team. This year, it's Philip Barbour in the role as underdog. The Colts have the size and the athleticism to make a run out of the 7th seed. Now, every year at state, little-known players emerge to become big stars. Philip Barbour's Mark Summerfield is a candidate to do just that. Summerfield is Philip Barbour's only double-figure scorer, and he's a uniquely talented athlete. Winfield was the surprise team last year. The Generals finished on top. This year, Philip Barbour hopes to catch teams by surprise and make a run at the title. It's the Generals versus the Colts as the 2005 state championships continue.
Exclusive Metro News coverage of the 92nd West Virginia Boys State High School Basketball Championship Tournament is being brought to you in part by the leader of the free checking world, United Bank, West Virginia's bank. By College for West Virginians, on the web at collegewv.com. By Smart 529, West Virginia's college saving solution. By Charleston Area Medical Center Sports Medicine, that's CAMC Sports Medicine and Rehab, providing services to the SSAC since 1992. By Mountaineer Challenge Academy. If you are ready for a lifetime, Mountaineer Challenge Academy is ready for you. By Foremost Health Network, West Virginia's largest healthcare provider network. Foremost for all of West Virginia. By the University of Rio Grande and Rio Grande Community College, your partner for your future. And by Charter Communications. Call 1-800-972-5757 to get hooked up and go where a satellite dish can't. The 2005 SSAC Boys State Basketball Championship is on the air. From Metro News, for 20 years, the voice of West Virginia.
And good afternoon. Welcome inside the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum, where 22-2 Winfield takes on 15-8 Philip Barbour in this AA quarterfinal round game. Kyle Wiggs joined by Speedy Bevins, and Speedy, we've got a matchup of a newcomer, Philip Barbour. They haven't been here since 1999, against Winfield, a team that won it all last year and has most of its nucleus back.
And these clubs are very similar in style. They both have big front lines. They like to play the zone and make it difficult for you to shoot over it.
It is Class AA Game 2, tournament game number 9, a West Virginia championship matchup between number 2 Winfield and number 7 Philip Barbour. Let's find out more about these two West Virginia communities with Metro News reporter Chris Lawrence.
Winfield is the county seat of Putnam County. Incorporated in 1868, it is named for General Winfield Scott. The historic Putnam County Courthouse is the town's main building, and one of the more notable nearby attractions, the Winfield Locks and Dam, the last lock on the Kanawha River, which flows through the town before reaching the Ohio River. Winfield, like most of Putnam County, has seen exploding growth in recent years as it lies directly between the state's 2 largest cities, Charleston and Huntington, and serves as a bedroom community for many who work in those 2 cities. From Putnam County come the Winfield Generals to the Charleston Civic Center. Chartered in 1844, Philippi is the county seat of Barbour County. Named for Philip Pendleton Barbour, a Virginia jurist, the town was the first land battle of the Civil War, and the event is commemorated every year with the Blue and Gray Days, in which reenactments are staged. Without question, however, the town's most famous feature is the historical Philippi Covered Bridge. It is the only 2-lane covered bridge that continues to carry traffic in the nation's federal highway system today. The bridge has endured floods, fires, and structural modifications over the years. A fire in 1989 heavily damaged the span, but local and state efforts to rebuild led to its reopening in 1991. From Barbour County come the Philip Barbour Colts to the Charleston Civic Center.
Metro News, for 20 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Why settle? Why settle for just 60 channels when Charter gives you more than 90 digital channels plus all your local channels on 2 TVs for just $29.99 a month? Charter Digital offers up something for everyone in the family. You'll get multiple Nickelodeon channels for the kids, great sports like Fox College Sports, ESPN News, and the NFL Network. Over a dozen commercial-free movie channels like Showtime, Encore, Barbour and the Sundance Channel. All that for just $29.99. You'll also receive 45 digital music channels, playing everything from Shania to Sinatra to Mayer to Mahler. And Charter Digital gives you access to Charter On Demand, HDTV, and digital video recording. With Charter, there's no contract to sign, no expensive equipment to buy, and no weather interruptions. And when you add Charter's 3-megabyte high-speed internet service for a monthly $29.99, you'll receive Charter's Internet Security Suite free. So don't wait. Call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get hooked. Programming and services may not be available in all areas. Other restrictions may apply. Price is guaranteed for 12 months. High-speed internet price guaranteed for 3 months.
Foremost had all of our doctors, and they provided substantial savings. So we switched. Now I'm a hero.
Wow. Here comes a waitress.
Were you talking about Foremost Health Network?
Yeah, heard of him?
My insurance uses Foremost coupled with an HSA. It really saves me money.
HSA?
Health Savings Account. It's tax-free, earns interest, and gives me more control of my healthcare spending.
HSA. I'm calling my insurance agent as soon as I get back to the office.
Foremost Health Network. From large companies to the self-employed, even individuals. It's Foremost for all.
Interested in law enforcement, homeland security, or corrections, but not sure you can find the time to pursue your degree? Take it online. Potomac State College, a 2-year regional campus of West Virginia University, has a criminal justice program you can take on the internet. Log on from home, work, or wherever. You can read material, get assignments, take part in discussions, submit homework, and take tests online. Earning an associate's degree has never been easier. Visit www.potomacstatecollege.edu today. That's potomacstatecollege.edu.
This is Metro News. For 20 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Our second-class AA quarterfinal will match up second-seeded Winfield against the tournament's 7th seed Philip Barbour. As defending state champs, Winfield had a target on its back all year. And Coach Pat McGinnis says being the hunted instead of the hunter is a change.
It's been a little different year because we weren't expected to be there last year, and we kind of slipped through there. But it's been exciting. The kids have responded. We've had a few bumps in the road with some injuries and a suspension, but the kids are great. The attitude's been good. They know what it takes, and their experience is just, you can't measure it really, what it's helped, and their maturity level is different too. To be honest with you, I think we're just kind of waiting to get to this point. We want to get the season over with and get to this point. Well, we're running up and down the floor, and we're getting after people on defense. The fast break and the secondary phase of our break has been the key to our season, and the main thing we really need to do is to be patient when we don't get that fast break. Sometimes we've gotten a little bit impatient, throwing up some bad shots. Everything I've heard about them is kind of scary, to be honest with you. They're a big team. They match up with us in size. We think we got a bad draw, I'll tell you the truth. We came in last year without much experience, and we won the whole thing. So, I don't really put much stock in that. When the kids get to state tournament, they're excited. Anything can happen, as you saw, like when we're in the championship game. I think they're going to be a tough team to beat.
That is Winfield coach Pat McGinnis. Meanwhile, Philip Barbour coach Doug Bush knows it's been a while for his school.
A long time. I think it was, 1999 when Josh Yeager and Coach Wagner were down here at Charleston. But that was in the AAA. So we're here with the AA, and we're proud to represent our area of the state. We're kind of long and athletic. We are still not the greatest basketball players in the world, and we're trying to get better at that. But we're very athletic and a tall team, and I understand Winfield's the same way. Lincoln, who we beat to get into the state playoffs, played them last year into overtime, and we had trouble last year, the first of the year, matching up with Lincoln, and towards the end of the year we've matched up better, and I hope that we can give Winfield the same type of game that Lincoln gave Winfield last year, and I know that's going to be tough, and Winfield has experience, and I'm sure a much better team than they were last year. We're going down to win. If I wasn't going down to win, I wouldn't be going down, so yeah, we're going down, and we're going to try to play hard, and if it works out best for us, okay, and if it doesn't, we're going to go back and regroup and look forward.
That is Philip Barbour coach Doug Bush. His Colts take on Winfield today. Stay tuned. The starting lineups are next on the Metro News Radio Network.
For 20 years, the voice of West Virginia.
The starting lineups are brought to you by the West Virginia Coal Association and Friends of Coal. To learn more, log on to friendsofcoal.org. Now let's go across the floor for the game introductions with the voice of the Civic Center Coliseum, Frank Blake.
For this AA contest, let's welcome the Winfield Generals. And let's welcome the Philip Barbour Colts. For Philip Barbour, here's head coach Doug Bush. Meeting at center court with Winfield, head coach Pat McGinnis. For Philip Barbour, assistant coaches Stan Fitzwater and Marcus Johnson. For Winfield, assistant coaches Dave Young, Bud Lett, and Bill Henson. Support staff for Philip Barbour, Kathy Wolf, Heather Fry, Ben McLean, and Bryson Taylor. Support staff for Winfield, Bennett Anderson, Hilton Ingram, and Kevin Williams. Now introducing the players for Philip Barbour, number 10, Mark Moran. For Winfield, number 10, Jordan Kessler. For the Colts, number 34 is Jeremy Harold. For the Generals, number 14, Rajan Patel. For Philip Barbour, number 30, Zach Paul. For Winfield, number 20, Charles Smith. For the Colts, number 20 is Jason Garcia. For the Generals, number 24 is Wayne Pritt. For Philip Barbour, number 14, Wayne Ridgway. For Winfield, number 30, Alex Kavarik. For the Colts, number 32 is Josh Strait. For the Generals, number 1 is Lamar Clark. And also for the Generals, number 52, Eric Schuler. Now the starting lineups for Philip Barbour, 6'1" senior, number 22, Travis Snyder. For Winfield, 6'2" senior, number 12, Andrew Ricks. For the Colts, 6'2", a junior, number 4, Mark Summerfield. For the Generals, 6'4", senior, number 23, John Mike Smith. From Philip Barbour, a 6'2", junior, number 12, B.J. Wolf. For Winfield, 6'5", a senior, number 22, T.L. Asbury. For Philip Barbour, 6'4", a senior, number 24, William Schiflebine. For the Generals, 6'3", senior, number 50, Isaacs Ashley. And for Philip Barbour, 6'5", a senior, number 42, Brian Wolf. And for Winfield, 6'3", senior, number 44, Tyler Kavarik.
It's game time. The tip-off is...
We're ready to play ball.
We're underway. Quarterfinal round game number 2 in Class AA. And Winfield wins the tip. The Generals have the ball to start this game. The defending champions on the attack. On the right baseline, John Mike Smith throws it out front to Kavarik. Kavarik gets it to Asbury, posting up at the left elbow. Now Ricks has it. He drives in. Scoop shot is around the rim and it falls. Winfield with a quick 2-0 lead. Andrew Ricks gets the first 2 points of the game. Philip Barbour on the attack. Scheffelbein, a jump shot that's no good, and the rebound out of bounds off Philip Barbour. And Winfield, with its 2-0 lead, has it back.
One thing Winfield likes to do from the outset of a game is to establish their physical presence in the lane. They want to rough you up, bump you around on plays inside in order to intimidate.
Ricks into the front court. He gives it off to Kavarik. Head of the key now, Smith. Back to Ricks. Kavarik has it down the left side of the lane. Can't shoot. He gives it back head of the key to Ricks. Now on the right wing, John Mike Smith fires a three and he hits it. Smith averages 10 points per game. One of the seniors, one of the 5 senior starters for this Winfield team. He gets his first points. It's 5-0 Generals 1 minute into the contest. Philip Barbour with its second possession. Wolf double team. He loses it. And Winfield comes up with the turnover. Smith on the right wing to Kavarik. Kavarik drives the lane. Ian with a scoop shot with the right hand. He scores and draws the foul. Tyler Kavarik gets his first 2, and 3 different Winfield players have scored 3 trips down the floor.
And that is what Winfield does. If you double team one wing or double down into the block area, so good at going to the opposite side and getting something to work. Kavarik loves to take it down the lane and draw contact. The Colts have to be ready to take the charge. You can't bump him off the dribble. He's too strong.
Foul on William Scheffelbein. It's his first. Kavarik converts on the three-point play, and quickly it's 8-0 Winfield. 6:40 to go in the first quarter. Summerfield with it on the offensive end, giving it off to Scheffelbein. Now back out front, Snyder. Snyder fires a pass to Summerfield on the wing. He fires a long three, and he banked it in. Mark Summerfield banks into 3 to get Philip Barbour on the board. Ricks, as they swing it left side. Handling the basketball is Smith. Smith off to Kavarik, down the lane. Nice dish to Asbury. And the shot was blocked, but a foul on the play.
Kavarik is just so resourceful and so cagey on the floor. He penetrates the lane, and then when the Colts step up to take the charge, he recognizes it, dishes it off before the contact.
The foul on Summerfield, who got the blocked shot, but also committed a foul. Free throws for Asbury. Asbury, a 73% foul shooter on the year. He got it up to the rim, and it bounced around a couple of times before falling through. 9-3, Winfield leading Philip Barbour. We played less than 2 minutes. Second shot is up, and it's off the front of the rim. No, rebound controlled by Wolf. And Wolf throws the outlet pass away. It was intended for Snyder up the far sideline. It goes out of bounds.
One thing a lower seed has to do, particularly against the defending state champ, weather that first 2 or 3 minutes. Don't dig yourself that deep a hole, and this is a critical point for Philip Barbour because they're on the fringe of doing that.
Winfield with a 6-point advantage. Kavarik handles it on the deep left wing. Head of the key, Smith right side, Ricks. Ricks gives it to Asbury. Asbury fires it out to Smith for 3. In and out, no good. Offensive rebound, Asbury. And he scores. C.L. Asbury with his first field goal. He has 3 points, an 8-point lead for Winfield. Pass down low on the baseline. Wolf mishandles, then recovers. He gives it off to Summerfield. Summerfield's baseline jump shot partially blocked by Smith. Rebound to Winfield. Ricks again flying into the front court. Pass under the basket to Smith. His left-handed shot no good. Philip Barbour gets the rebound. Here's Snyder pushing it. Nearly turns it over. He gets it to Wolf on the baseline, and Wolf is fouled as he goes up for the shot.
Better by Philip Barbour, adjusting to the physical play and the transition part of the Winfield game. A better job, defensive rebounding, and then pushing the ball down the floor.
Foul on T.L. Asbury. That's his first, and the team's first. 11-3, that's the lead for Winfield. Philip Barbour's B.J. Wolf is at the line to shoot 2. He's a 65% foul shooter on the year. Wolf already with a couple of rebounds in this game, and he misses the free throw. 5:23 to go first quarter. Philip Barbour at the state tournament since Josh Yeager left him here. They're here for the first time since Josh Yeager got the Colts here back in 1999. Second shot is good.
South Charleston was the team that knocked the Colts out of the AAA quarterfinal round.
And the Colts at the AA level this year taking on the defending champ Winfield Generals in round 1. Here's Kavarik. Head of the key, Smith. Smith dribbles a couple of times and gives it off to Ricks. A reset of the offense for Winfield. Kavarik runs the baseline left to right. Ricks fakes right, goes left, gives it off to Smith. Here's a 2-pointer from 19 feet. Nope, they say it was a 3. John Mike Smith with his second three-pointer of the contest. He has 6, and Winfield leads by 10. Shufflebine, head of the key, looks inside. Fires it on the wing to Schneider for a 3. That's no good. Offensive rebound and a putback for William Scheffelbein. Scheffelbein gets his first 2 points of the game. 14-6, that's the Winfield lead. And on the other end, Isaac Ashley to Ricks for a 3. That's a miss. And the rebound down to Kavarik, and Kavarik draws the foul with 4:26 to go in the quarter. That foul will go on Brian Wolf. It'll be his first.
One of the glaring things that Philip Barbour has to correct in between quarters is the weak side rebound. Time and time again, the Generals have been able to crash that weak side and get second chance opportunities.
Kavarik at the line. He's 1 of 1. And the free throw is up, and it is good. Kavarik with 4 points as Philip Barbour substitutes. Jeremy Harold enters the contest as Wolf sits down. We get some words of instruction from Doug Bush, the second-year Philip Barbour head coach. Second shot is good. Kavarik 3 of 3 from the line. He has 5 points, and the lead is back to 10 for the Winfield Generals. Shufflebine on the left wing to Summerfield. Summerfield coming off a screen, can't get the shot off. Shufflebine has it again. Now on the right side it goes to Snyder. Snyder gives it to Wolf, who pulls up on the baseline, missed the shot. Rebound to Winfield. Smith pulled it down quickly ahead. Kavarik beats everyone down the floor and draws the foul. Tyler Kavarik right back to the line.
Well, you know that people like Kavarik and Ricks and Asbury are going to give you their typical games, but people like John Mike Smith hit a couple of long-range jumpers and then box off the weak side well and jumpstart the transition game. Things are flowing well for Winfield.
Kavarik has very good form from the free throw line. He hits the first shot. The second one is off the rim, no good. The rebound batted around, straight up into the air. Grabbed by Wolf, and then Wolf draws the foul on Kavarik. Wolf hit the floor. Kavarik went over the top. So Philip Barbour will set it in. Three-quarter court on this near side. Kavarik picks up his first. 4 minutes to go, first quarter, 17-6. Winfield up by 11. There's a steal. They tried to enter it. The Shufflebine at the free throw line, and it was stolen by Winfield. Now Ricks is fouled as he heads up the floor. There's a break in the action.
Fouls on the Colts, number 12, B.J. Wolf. His first, team foul number 5. We have timeout on the floor.
Been able to get their shots to fall.
Winfield with the ball following the timeout. The Generals lead by 11. Ricks brings it into the front court, gives it off to Smith. Smith back to Ricks. They enter it at the foul line to Ashley posting up. His turnaround shot is too strong. And the rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kavarik. Philip Barbour in possession. Snyder into the front court, picked up by Ricks. Snyder down the lane, has a shot altered by Kavarik. It's no good. And the rebound to Ashley. They'll throw it ahead quickly. Kavarik layup shot is good. Man, they get down the floor quick.
And he is so athletic. Even if the pass is a little behind or high, Kavarik can go snare it and still put it on the floor.
And taking it to the basket is Shufflebein. He scores two with the right hand. 19-8, that's the lead for Winfield. There's a kicked ball, bounce pass. Ricks intended for Kavarik. It was kicked out of bounds by Summerfield of Philip Barbour. And a quick substitution for the Colts. Mark Moran comes in. Moran at 6'3", providing Philip Barbour with a bit more size. Coach Pat McGinnis of Winfield worried about Philip Barbour's size advantage as they go 6'5", 6'4", now 6'3" up front, but it hasn't been a factor. Here's Kavarik shooting and hitting a three. Tyler Kavarik with the 11 points in this first quarter already, still 2:50 remaining. Shufflebein with it, head of the key, puts it on the floor, dribbles through the lane, dishes it off left side, shot put up by Harold, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Winfield. 2:35 to go. Ricks with his head up as he heads down the floor. At the foul line, he gets it to the trailer on the play. That's Asbury. His jump shot from 19 feet, no good, on a tie-up on the rebound. As Snyder and Kavarik were battling for it, it'll go to Philip Barbour.
I think Winfield's been able to contest every missed shot so far in this quarter. There have not been very many clean defensive rebounds for Philip Barbour.
Winfield up 22-8. Philip Barbour with the ball. Summerfield on the deep right wing gives it to Snyder. Snyder looking inside. Comes left side to Moran. Now Summerfield on the right wing. Tries to penetrate, and he's fouled. He picked up his dribble at the right elbow, and he drew the foul.
Against the Winfield zone or any zone, there are two ways that you have to break it down. Number one, the outside shot, which Philip Barbour is very capable of doing. The second is the penetration and the looks in the lane.
That last foul on Asbury, it's his second. Philip Barbour again in the half court. Moran with it. Head of the key, Snyder. Now on the right side, Summerfield. Snyder again. To Summerfield. Quick move on the baseline, but he lost it. He had some quickness there. He showed some quickness as he got it to the baseline. A quick first step, but he lost control of the basketball.
And that's why that Winfield zone is so effective. They can run a couple of players at you to trap you when you go to the baseline. You get Kavarik in there at 6'3". You get somebody like Ashley at 6'3" with the long arms, and it limits your opportunities.
Minute 50 to go. Ricks dribbling towards the left wing. Gives it head of the key, Kavarik. Now they swing it to the right baseline. Ashley throws it out of a double team to Kavarik all the way to the basket. A little bit out of control there. And it goes out of bounds. Kavarik never got the shot off. And the ball goes out of bounds back to Philip Barbour. Checking in for the Colts, Brian Wolf. As Wolf throws it ahead to Snyder. Snyder dribbling with the right hand. Left wing pass to Moran. Back to Snyder. Snyder right side, Summerfield. Swinging around the perimeter left side again. Moran puts it on the floor and fires it back out to the point. Here's Summerfield, a long three, and he hit it. A deep three-pointer from Mark Summerfield. He has 6 points. That one was good from about 25 feet. 22-11. That's the lead for Winfield as we approach the final minute of period number one. Kavarik giving it to Ricks. Again, Ricks with the reset. Dribbling left with the right hand. Here's a pass to Kavarik on the wing. He bounces it on the baseline. Now they get it inside. Turnaround shot by Asbury. In and out, no good. And the rebound down to Wolf. Wolf to Snyder. Snyder to Moran, who shoots a three. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Kavarik runs the rebound down in the corner. 40 seconds to go in this first period. Ricks down the lane, puts it up with the left hand. It's off the glass and no good. Philip Barbour controls. Snyder into the front court. Again off to Moran. Here's a lob over the defense to Summerfield. Summerfield puts it on the floor. His drive is cut off. Now the ball is tipped by Ashley, so Summerfield gets his dribble back. Still with it, outside the lane, leaning in. He put it up, scored, and drew the foul. Summerfield hung in the air, leaned over the defender, drew the contact, scored, and he'll go to the line.
Well, he's the type of offensive player, when you think you've got him sealed off, think again. You don't have him contained. Very cagey and very slick with his moves.
Jordan Kessler in for Winfield as that foul goes on T.L. Asbury. And that'll be his second. Asbury comes out with those 2 fouls. Charles Smith enters. So Winfield sizing down a bit here with the 6-foot Charles and the 5'8" Kessler coming in. Summerfield completes the three-point play. He has 9.
There's no secret when you play Winfield. You've got to get one of the big 3 out of the game for a period of time. The big 3, Ricks, Kovarik, or T.L. Asbury. And Philip Barbour has to feel pretty good about the way they're ending this quarter if they get the defensive stop here.
It's 22-14, 8 seconds to go in this first period. Out front, Kessler in the lane, puts it up and in. Good shot by Jordan Kessler, the junior. And Winfield gets the last bucket of the first quarter.
This is Metro News for 20 years, the voice of West Virginia.
10-point lead for Winfield as the teams return to the floor for the second quarter. Tyler Kovarik, 11 points in that first quarter, 3 of 4 from the field, including a 3, 4 of 5 from the line. And Summerfield kept pace. Summerfield with 9 points. The difference, Speedy, is that the supporting cast. Winfield got points from 5 different players. Summerfield and Scheffelbein combined for all but 1 of the Philip Barbour points in that first quarter. Here's Kovarik taking the first shot of the second quarter. He rises up off the left baseline, misses it from 10 feet. Rebound to Philip Barbour. And the Colts with the basketball, trailing by 10. They enter it to Scheffelbein in the lane, and a foul over the back. Ashley came over the top and committed his first foul.
The other thing that Philip Barbour needs to do, in addition to getting balance in their scoring, is they have to play consistent defense. They'll play good defense on a set, but as Winfield resets that offense, they'll relax somewhat, and Winfield takes advantage of it.
There's a 3 by Summerfield, and he hit his second 3 of the game. Actually, his third three-pointer. 12 points for Summerfield, and he's keeping Philip Barbour in the game. Down 24-17. Jordan Kessler, who hit the final shot of the first quarter for Winfield, throws it away. Pass intercepted by Summerfield. Here he comes in, draws contact against Kovarik, and the foul on Kovarik is his second. Summerfield will go to the line.
No question, Summerfield is carrying Philip Barbour for now, waiting for the rest of his teammates to step up. But also, Philip Barbour starting to capitalize on the point guard Ricks being out of the game with those 2 fouls.
There's the free throw by Summerfield. It's up and in. (24-18). Philip Barbour on a bit of a run, and here's Ricks back in there for Winfield. As Kovarik sits down with 2 fouls. Kovarik and Asbury each with 2 for Winfield. Second shot by Summerfield is good. He has 14 points. He's 3 of 3 from the line. 24-19, Winfield in the lead. 7 minutes to go until halftime. Ricks dribbling to his right, directing traffic. He sends Charles Smith through the lane. Here's a pass through the hands of Kessler, out of bounds right in front of the Philip Barbour bench.
Pat McGinnis wastes no time to put Kovarik back in the game. So, and then he pulls him down. I guess somebody talked to him and said, hold him out.
24-19, that's the lead. Scheffelbein outside the lane to Summerfield. A 3 from the corner, no good. Tapped around, controlled by Philip Barbour momentarily. Wolf had to take it away from him. Now Winfield back left to right. The trailer on the play is Asbury. Asbury can't drive, so he fires it back out to Ricks. Ricks dribbling near the center jump circle. Pass off left side to Kessler. Kessler back to Ricks. Ricks surveys the defense, then bounces it on the right wing to Smith. Back to Ricks for a 3. It's off the rim, no. Rebound controlled by Smith of Winfield, and he traveled with it.
Philip Barbour gets a break there with the turnover from the offensive rebound, but the Colts have got to find some bodies to get inside and clean those defensive boards.
Philip Barbour with a chance to pull closer. The Colts trail by 5. Summerfield guarded now by Lamar Clark, who's checked in. Summerfield off to Shufflebind, who shoots a three and hits it. William Shufflebind with 7 points, and it's a 2-point game.
And if Philip Barbour has any help offensively with Summerfield, it has been Shufflebind in the first half.
Ricks gets it to Smith. He loses it at the free throw line. Pass off his chest and back the other way. Summerfield draws a foul as he backed in against the defender in the lane. It'll be team foul number 8 against Philip Barbour. So it'll be free throws for Summerfield. Andrew Ricks picks up his first, and Summerfield can tie this game from the free throw line. Timeout.
The voice of West Virginia.
Philip Barbour on a run. The Colts have closed to within 2. It's 24-22, and when play resumes, Mark Summerfield will be at the free throw line with a chance to tie this game. Summerfield with 14 points. He's 3 of 3 from the foul line.
And it's going to be interesting to see how Winfield reacts out of the timeout. He keeps Clark in the game. This is Clark's first game from serving a 2-game suspension, but as a point guard, he can really accelerate this offense and disrupt you with his defense.
Free throw miss. Summerfield missed the front end of the 1-and-1, so Winfield maintains its lead, 24-22, 5.5 minutes to play until halftime. Here is Clark handling it on the wing. Back out front, Ricks. Ricks fakes the 3, lobs it to Kavarik. He'll shoot the 3, and it's no good. Rebound on the baseline and out of bounds. It'll go to Philip Barbour, as good job by Wolf to throw it off of Clark.
Wolf did a good job to save that, but still, Philip Barbour has to be more assertive in claiming the defensive boards. Winfield is getting the hands in there too many times.
It was a 10-point lead for Winfield at the end of the first quarter. Here's a pass down underneath. Wolf has it go off his hands. It deflected off the backboard. Loose ball to Winfield, but the Generals throw it away. Summerfield with a steal back at the other end. Shot put up by Wolf, no good. And Clark gets this rebound. Clark to Ricks. Philip Barbour defense gets back quickly. Kavarik in the right corner can't shoot. They get it back out front to Ricks. Right side, it's Kavarik again. He'll shoot it off the baseline from 17 feet, no good. Rebound, Philip Barbour. B.J. Wolf gets the board for the Colts. Winfield really struggling offensively here. But Philip Barbour can't catch all the way up. Here's a loose ball. Bad pass through the hands of a couple of Philip Barbour players, picked up by Ricks on the baseline. The other way, Smith lines up a 3. It's too strong off the back of the rim. Rebound, Philip Barbour. The Colts with a 2-on-1 breakout. Pass ahead to Wolf. Back across the lane, and Summerfield puts it up and in. We are tied at 24.
Philip Barbour had 3 opportunities to tie this game. They finally get over the hump.
Midway through quarter number 2, all knotted up at 24. Ricks bounces it left side to Charles Smith. Back to Ricks. Ricks finds Clark. Ricks has it again. He'll shoot the 3, and he hits it. Andrew Ricks with his first 3-pointer of this contest. He has 5 points. Summerfield answers with a 3.
What a quick release. He gets down to his spot on the floor, and his lift and release are instant.
27-27, 3:35 to go first quarter. First half, I should say. Clark playing catch with Ricks. The 2 ball handlers for Winfield. Ricks at the point, and Clark on the right wing. Now Clark shifts to the top of the key. Ricks throws it over the defense to Smith. Smith back to Clark. Now in the right corner, Kovarik. A bounce pass through the legs of Ricks, but he runs it down near the hash mark. Ricks off to Lamar Clark. Now Ricks has it back. He tries to penetrate, kicks it to Smith. Smith's jump shot from 12 feet, no good. Rebound, Philip Barbour. The Colts can take the lead. Snyder ahead, switching hands on the dribble. No one picks him up, but he gives the ball up to Scheffelbein. Scheffelbein throws it high for Summerfield, near side hash. And Summerfield will dribble to the point. A bounce into Scheffelbein, out for a three. Snyder missed it, but a tip in by Brian Wolf. Wolf, the 6'5 senior, gets his first two. Philip Barbour in the lead, 29-27.
Winfield not sealing off the weak side, and Wolf in excellent position.
Smith on the left wing, a hook pass over the defense, nearly stolen. It goes out of bounds. Good job by Wolf to deflect that pass. Substitutions. Paul comes back in for Philip Barbour as Summerfield gets a rest. Mark Summerfield to the bench with 2:28 to go here in the first half.
And Pat McGinnis will pull Kovarik out of the game and put Ashley back in at the 2:25 mark.
So the two top scorers on each team, they're both on the bench here, perhaps for the rest of the half. Here is Clark, penetrating to the elbow. Back to Ricks. Ricks leans in, missed the shot from 12 feet, and a foul as Ashley went over the back of the Philip Barbour player Scheffelbein to commit the foul.
I have hammered the entire first half about Philip Barbour sealing off the defensive boards, and Scheffelbein has answered the call. That's twice now. He's done an excellent job of containing the weak side and going up strong to get the ball.
That's the third foul on Isaac Ashley, and he'll have to come out. T.L. Asbury, who has two, is at the line. 1-on-1 opportunity for Scheffelbein. He misses the front end. Philip Barbour maintains its 2-point lead, 29-27, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Clark dribbles once, gives it to Ricks. Ricks with a jump stop. Left wing pass to Smith, and a kicked ball will give Winfield an inbounds opportunity down under the basket.
Kyle, this is just a much more active zone by Philip Barbour than what we saw in the first quarter. Energized, quick in moving the feet and getting in position.
Jeremy Harold in for Philip Barbour. Asbury returns for Winfield. 1:59 to go until the half. Inbounds pass comes to Clark. Clark to Ricks, right wing. Here's a three, and it's in. Andrew Ricks has stepped up and hit a couple of second quarter three-point shots. He has 8. And Winfield's back in the lead, 30-29. Keep in mind, Summerfield's out of the game right now. And here's a entry pass tipped back to Paul. Paul now gets it to Wolf at the foul line. He's triple teamed back to Paul for a three, and it's in. Paul coming off the bench, knocks in the three. 32-30, Philip Barbour in the lead. Smith in front of the Philip Barbour bench, tries a one-handed pass. It's deflected, knocked out of bounds. Good hustle play again by Mark Moran that time. Actually, it was the Philip Barbour player, Paul, who dove for that loose ball. Nearly came up with a steal. 2-point lead, Philip Barbour. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go first half. Ricks putting the offense in motion for Winfield. Here is Smith popping out to get it. Clark has it on the wing. He skips it over the defense to Smith. Now another skip pass. Clark has it left side. Beyond the three-point arc. In the corner, a shot is put up and in by Charles Smith.
Boy, the bench for both teams have really been big contributors here in the half.
And that was a three by Smith to put Winfield back up by 1, 33-32. 40 seconds to go in this first half of play. We'll see if Philip Barbour holds for the final shot. Paul gives it off to Snyder at the free throw line. A shot by B.J. Wolf is in. Wolf from 15 feet gets his first field goal. 34-33. Philip Barbour leading by 1 point. Ricks on the right wing, can't shoot it. Gives it off to Smith. In the corner, Clark. Clark will shoot the three. It's up, too strong. Rebound contested, grabbed by Snyder. Philip Barbour now with the final opportunity to shoot here in the first half. The clock at 2 seconds, and Wolf doesn't realize it. He'll fire a three at the buzzer, and it hit the back of the rim, no good. It's halftime at the Civic Center Coliseum in Charleston with the score. Philip Barbour 34, Winfield 33. Lead at the half, 33, and Speedy Bevins, as we look at the stats, just about identical. Each team has 6 3-pointers. Each team has turned the ball over 6 times. Philip Barbour shooting it a little bit better at 55% compared to 41 for Winfield. The rebounds just about even. Philip Barbour with a slight advantage there.
Well, there's no question which Colt wore the saddle in the first half. Mark Summerfield carried this team, and they rode his play until the rest of the Colts could bring their game up to the level that was going up and down the floor.
Summerfield scored 19 points, and they had the lead. They took the lead with him out the last 2.5 minutes.
Winfield in the second half, very important to keep their key people out of foul trouble.
1-point lead for Philip Barbour, 34-33. The winner of this game will earn the right to meet the Logan Wildcats, the Class AA.
Civic Center Coliseum as the 2005 West Virginia Boys State Championship continues.
Winfield dominated the first 5 minutes of this game, leading 22-8 at the 5-minute mark, but it's been all Philip Barbour since then. The Colts have taken the lead 34-33 as we get set to start quarter number 3.
2 factors in the half for Philip Barbour. They have to come out and continue the confidence that they established toward the end of the first half. For Winfield, their need to start the third quarter, reestablish their dominance and physical presence.
And Winfield needs to worry about foul trouble as well. Ashley with 3, Kavarik and Asbury each with 2. Philip Barbour with the first possession of quarter number 3. Summerfield shoots a 3 from the right corner. It's short, and the rebound underneath the basket, out of bounds, give it to Winfield. Coach Doug Bush up off the Philip Barbour bench, and he says that's all right. That shot going to hit more of those than he misses. But Winfield with a chance to retake the lead, trailing by 1, 34-33. 25 seconds into the third quarter. Kavarik in the right corner to John Mike Smith, who hit a couple of first half threes. Now Ricks has it, back to Smith. Summerfield, of course, back in there. He finished the first half on the bench. Entry pass to Asbury. He's double-teamed. He throws it out of there to Smith. Smith wings it back out front to Ricks. Ricks bounces it inside. Asbury takes it to the basket. Shot no good. Rebound, Philip Barbour. Snyder into the front court. Switching hands on the dribble. He's picked up by Ricks, head of the key. Snyder still dribbling with the right hand. Pass to Summerfield on the left wing. Summerfield lobs it to Shufflebind, back to Summerfield. Summerfield returns it to Shufflebind. He drives the baseline, puts it up with the right hand. It's good. Up and in off the glass. Shufflebind with 9.
Great adjustment by Philip Barbour with the double team on Summerfield, going to the opposite side and slashing to the basket.
On the left wing, Smith, head of the key. Asbury. Asbury turns and hands it to Ricks. 36-33. Philip Barbour in the lead. Bounce to the corner now. Kavarik returns it to Smith. Smith to Ricks. He's open from 3, and he hit it.
You just can't turn your back on him. That ball goes into the post area. Philip Barbour turning and doubling down in the block area, and a good job by Winfield kicking it back out to their consistent shooter.
The last 3 shots that Ricks has hit have been threes. This latest one ties the game at 36. Here's a 3 by Shufflebind, fading away right in front of the Philip Barbour bench, and he knocks it in. The Shufflebind 3 gives him 12 points. And Philip Barbour back in the lead, 39-36. A pass contested on the sideline, deflected out of bounds by the Philip Barbour defender. That was Wolf over there. So Winfield sets it in. Pat McGinnis wants a timeout.
Timeout, Winfield. Reminded that backpacks and packages of any kind are not permitted to be brought into the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. Returning for tonight's session, you're reminded that backpacks and packages of any kind are not permitted to be brought into the Civic Center Coliseum.
for Philip Barbour after that last Scheffelbein three-pointer, 39-36.
Good job by Doug Bush and Philip Barbour changing their defensive look. Winfield a little confused and attacking it, and so Pat McGinnis will burn the timeout.
Winfield puts it back in play. Andrew Ricks. He's guarded by Snyder. Snyder overplays his right hand. Now here's a pass. Left side to Smith. Smith penetrates, kicks it out to Ricks. Ricks a bounce pass left side Ashley. His baseline drive cut off. Pass at the free throw line, deflected, but Asbury tipped it out to a teammate. Now a foul on the baseline as driving with the basketball was John Mike Smith, and he picks up the foul.
Philip Barbour is a team that just typically plays zone all year long, but what as befuddled Winfield is, the Colts come out and start matching up man to man.
That foul on Brian Wolf. That's his second. Winfield after the inbounds play. Ricks head of the key. Backs away from the defender. 5:15 to go in the third. 39-36, Philip Barbour in the lead. In the corner it goes to Ashley. Ashley tries to enter it in the lane to Smith, and Smith never got the basketball. It was deflected away, and now a tie-up as Smith went down to the floor and grabbed that and saved the possession.
Those are just plays that Philip Barbour defensively could not make in the first half. Here in the third quarter, Asbury and Kavarik get challenged when it goes to the post.
There's a lob into Kavarik. His turnaround shot no good, but he draws the foul on William Scheffelbein.
Fouls on 24, Scheffelbein.
It will put Kavarik at the line. Kavarik looking for his first points of the second half. Free throw is up and it's in. 2-point lead for Philip Barbour. Kavarik will get the ball for the second free throw. Shot is up and it's good. Kavarik with 13. And it's a 1-point lead for the Colts. Quickly in the front court, Philip Barbour, pass deflected by Ashley out of bounds as he tried to get it inside. And Philip Barbour underneath its basket. They throw it into Wolf. Wolf on the baseline, can't drive on Kavarik. Wolf gets it inside. A scoop shot is up and in by B.J. Wolf. Wolf with 5 points. Lead back to 3 for Philip Barbour, 41-38. Here's a three, and it's no good as Smith missed it. As he hung in the air, he drew contact. So a foul on the play will put John Mike Smith at the line for 3 shots.
2 straight trips down the floor by Winfield, and not very smart defense on the part of Philip Barbour. Just a couple of fouls that were not needed.
John Mike Smith.
Smith has hit a couple of threes in this game. Now a 3-shot opportunity. The lefty puts the first one up. It rattles around and falls. .441 to go in the third. The winner will advance to play Logan in the semifinals tomorrow. Second shot also good. One more for Smith. 61% free throw shooter on the year. Shot is up. It is good. Smith gets 3 of 3. He has 9 points. 41-41 the score. Summerfield trying to create, and he charges into the Winfield player Isaac Ashley. Summerfield picks up his second foul. Well, check that. A foul goes on Wolf as he's called for the illegal screen. So that's the 3rd foul on Wolf. Brian Wolf picks up his 3rd. Here's a 3 by Ricks. It's off the front of the rim, no good. And a rebound down to Philip Barbour. Pass ahead to Summerfield. Summerfield loses control, regains control. Now he's trapped. Summerfield splits those 2 defenders, but runs into another Winfield defender and loses the ball. Back the other way quickly, it's Ricks. And Ricks is fouled from behind by Snyder of Philip Barbour.
Doug Bush looks at his team out on the floor and points to his temples and says, you gotta play smart. 4 possessions now for Winfield, 4 fouls committed by the Colts.
Harold back in for Philip Barbour. As Brian Wolf sits down. Pass into Kavarik. Kavarik with a jump shot from 14 feet. He hit it. Kavarik with his first field goal of the second half. He has 15 points. And Winfield is back in the lead, 43-41. Here is Summerfield faking left, going right. He gave up the ball to B.J. Wolf. Jump shot, rattles around and falls. He hit it off the rim. It went straight up, hit the backboard, and came back in. Wolf now with 7. And we are tied again. Now we've got an offensive foul. That'll go on Asbury as he was clearing out in the lane. And that's his third foul. Asbury picks up his third, and for now, Pat McGinnis will stay with it. 3.5 minutes to play, third quarter. Philip Barbour with a 1-point lead, 44-43. Summerfield on the right wing. He's yet to score in the second half. Bounce across the lane to a wide open B.J. Wolf. And Wolf scores too.
You know, everybody talks about his ability to shoot the three and to score, but his knowledge and reaction out on the court are really outstanding.
Ricks to Ashley. Inside they go to Asbury, and Asbury is pushed and fouled.
Good job by Winfield coming right back down the floor. You work the ball quickly around the perimeter against a zone. You can spread it out, get the big people flashing and posting up.
The foul goes on Jeremy Harold, and that's his second. It will put T.L. Asbury at the line. That's the 6th team foul for Philip Barbour. So Winfield will be shooting from this point out here in the second half. First free throw by Asbury is good. Asbury taking his time. He bends at the knees, puts the shot up, off the rim, no. Rebound in the lane to Wolf. He has it swatted away. And a good job by Ashley to create some problems over the sideline as 3 Philip Barbour players converged. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Philip Barbour. And again, a hustle play by Ashley.
Ashley's been very active defensively here in the second half. He's the one that has really shut down Summerfield's long-range shooting.
46-44, that's the lead for Philip Barbour. Winfield can tie with a 2, take the lead with a 3. Kavarik out between the circles to handle the ball. A right wing pass deflected, recovered by Smith. In the corner now they go to Ashley. Back out front, Kavarik. He drives in, hangs in the air, puts the shot up off the back of the rim. No, he gets his own rebound. Fadeaway shot from 8, no. Offensive rebound, Asbury. He scores and draws the foul. T.L. Asbury with some good work on the offensive glass. He has 6, and he'll go to the line. The foul goes against Philip Barbour. Josh Strait picks up that foul. And at the line, the free throw's no good. So the 2-point basket ties this game at 46. Philip Barbour with the ball, trying to retake the lead. Here's Strait tied up on the sideline, and jump ball is called, a held ball. And the possession will stay with Philip Barbour. Substitution for the Colts. Harold comes in as Strait goes to the bench. Scheffelbein will trigger. He throws it into Snyder. 46-46 the score. 2.5 minutes to go in the third period. Snyder penetrates the lane, kicks it out to Wolf. It's a 3. Shot off the rim, no good. And the rebound yanked down by John Mike Smith. Winfield into the front court quickly. Ricks to Smith, the trailer. Back to Ricks. He'll shoot the 3, and it's in. Andrew Ricks has hit some clutch 3-point shots in this game.
Well, that's exactly it. He just puts the dagger into the heart of the Philip Barbour defense.
Now Scheffelbein tries to answer with a 3. It's off the rim, no good. A rebound controlled by Ashley of Winfield. 49-46, the Generals lead by 3 under 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Here's a 3 by Asbury, and it's good. T.L. Asbury gets his first 3-pointer of the game.
They've got their rhythm, their confidence. Physically, they've taken the game over again around the basket.
Snyder with it. Philip Barbour has to get Summerfield involved again, as he's yet to score here in the second half. His team has fallen behind by 6. Here's Wolf on the dribble, lobs it over the defense to Snyder, and timeout called by Doug Bush off the Philip Barbour bench. And again, Summerfield with 19 first half points, 0 here so far in the first 6.5 minutes of the third quarter.
And a lot of that credited to Isaac Ashley at times. Winfield has gone zone. They've done a little junk defense on Summerfield, but mostly it's been Ashley. He's listed at 6'3", long arms though, probably plays with that wingspan at the level of a 6'4" or a 6'5", and an excellent job of shutting down Summerfield.
And Winfield has had Asbury, John Mike Smith, and Andrew Ricks really has stepped up here in the second half. All of those 3 players have hit key shots. 52-46, 1:29 to go in period number 3. Philip Barbour trailed by 14 points in the first quarter. And then the Colts outscored Winfield 20-9 in the second quarter. Philip Barbour with a 1-point lead at halftime, 34-33. Now here in the later stages of the third quarter, Winfield has retaken control. 1:29 to go. The Colts throw it in. Summerfield will handle the ball, head of the key. He gives it off to B.J. Wolf. Wolf puts it on the floor. Summerfield pops out beyond the 3-point arc to get it. Summerfield dribbles once. He'll shoot the 3. It's up, too strong. High rebound, grabbed by Philip Barbour. B.J. Wolf came down with that rebound, and he was fouled. The foul goes on Ashley.
That was a good look by Summerfield, as his teammates gave him a nice screen to work over, but it's going to take Summerfield a couple of more shots to try to get his rhythm back.
Ashley picks up his 4th foul, and he'll leave the game. Asbury comes back in. He has 3. Summerfield throws it in. Driving to the basket is Harold. He left his shot short, and a foul on the rebound. Harold missed the shot, then committed the foul as Lamar Clark pulled down that rebound.
Ashley out of the game now with 4 fouls. That could be the opportunity for Summerfield to get reloaded offensively.
We walk to the other end as Lamar Clark will shoot a 1-and-1. That's the 8th team foul on Philip Barbour. Winfield has committed just 2 fouls so far in this quarter. Free throw, a line drive off the back of the rim, no good. Philip Barbour has it back. Summerfield attacking quickly. He scores, and he's undercut by Clark. Summerfield gets the 2 on the 12-foot jump shot, his first points of the second half. And the foul on Clark will put Summerfield at the line.
We'll see how that jump starts his offense, but the matchup was Smith checking Summerfield, and Summerfield a little bit quicker on the crossover, got away from him, and then drew the contact.
Summerfield converts on the 3-point play. He has 22 points, and the lead is 5 for Winfield. 58 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Ricks dribbles it up. Off to Clark on the wing, back to Ricks, head of the key. Ricks fires it over the defense to Kavarik. Kavarik on the baseline, feeds Asbury inside for an easy 2.
Boy, they just feed off each other. Just great communication.
54-49 the score. Philip Barbour trailing by 5. The Colts have the basketball, 25 seconds to go. Summerfield has a look for 3, doesn't take it. Now he penetrates, kicks it to a wide open teammate. Again, that is B.J. Wolf, the recipient of a great bounce pass in the lane from Summerfield. 3-point game, 54-51. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Here is Clark inside of Kavarik. Turnaround shot, no, but a foul on the rebound. And the rebound came down to Asbury of Winfield. He was pushed and fouled by Shufflebein. That'll be Shufflebein's 3rd. And it puts Asbury at the line for a 1-and-1 with 3.8 seconds to go.
And the bad news with that foul for Philip Barbour, that's their 9th team foul this quarter. So for the final 8 minutes, it's a double bonus anytime Winfield goes to the line.
Asbury is there now. Free throw up and good. He used every part of the rim, but it fell through. Asbury with 12. Mark Moran in for Philip Barbour. Scheffelbein takes a seat with those 3 fouls. 3.8 seconds to go, a 4-point lead for Winfield. Second free throw. Off the rim, no good, but the rebound comes back out to Asbury, who shoots a three at the buzzer. It's no good. Defending Double-A champ Winfield takes a 4-point lead into the fourth quarter, 55-51, and Winfield had its offense stunted in the second quarter, scoring just 9 points. The Generals came out and scored 22 in the third. So they've got things moving again offensively. Philip Barbour's main offensive threat, of course, Mark Summerfield, as there's a shot out of the corner, out of the right corner by T.L. Asbury. He hits it from 15 feet. He has 13 points. Summerfield in that quarter had just 3 shots, and he gets his first shot here in the fourth quarter to fall. Summerfield with 24 points as he scores from inside the lane. It's 57-53. Ricks shoots a three. This one in and out, no good. Kavarik, an offensive rebound. He's fouled hard by B.J. Wolf of Philip Barbour. That stops the clock with 7:27 to go.
Defensively, that's one of the keys, maybe the primary key for Philip Barbour here in the fourth quarter. Limit Winfield's second chance opportunities.
Second foul on Wolf. And Kavarik with a 2-shot opportunity. First free throw, no.
But the good news for Philip Barbour, with Ashley out of the game, Summerfield has refound his rhythm and his confidence.
Second shot, good for Kavarik. He has 16 points. 58-53, 5-point lead for Winfield. Scheffelbein dribbling on the left wing. Now they throw it inside. Summerfield against the double team scores.
Well, that answers any questions about how strong and physically he could be inside.
Summerfield averages 19. He has 26 in this game, and Philip Barbour is pulled back to within 3. Here's a jump pass on the wing to Ricks. Ricks dribbling with the left hand, dribbling away from the defender, and now we've got a foul inside, a foul away from the basketball against Winfield. It'll go against Asbury, and that'll be number 4 for T.L. Asbury. Ashley and Asbury both have 4 for Winfield.
And at this point, Pat McGinnis will not make a move to the bench. He will keep Asbury in.
Philip Barbour can tie with a 3. Summerfield posting up inside. They don't get him the ball. Now he's outside beyond the 3-point arc. As Snyder dribbles with it. Snyder picks up his dribble, gives it to Summerfield. He's being guarded by Lamar Clark. Summerfield double team to the corner. Jump pass through the lane. B.J. Wolf loses the ball, and he regains possession. Puts the shot up. It's no good. Rebound Winfield. Ricks back the other way quickly. Ricks head of the key. Fakes the 3. Gives it off left side. Here's a 3 by John Mike Smith. No good. Rebound to Philip Barbour. Scheffelbein clears that 3. Pass ahead intended for Summerfield. It gets past Summerfield. It's run down by Ricks. Ricks pushes it ahead. Ricks off to Smith. Smith hanging in the lane. Draws the blocking foul. It will go against Scheffelbein, and that'll be his 4th.
With all the fouls that Philip Barbour accumulated in the third quarter, you knew the ones that they picked up in the fourth could have an impact on the rotation for Doug Bush.
John Mike Smith at the line to shoot 2. He's 3 of 3 from the line today. He has 9 points. The lead is 3 for Winfield. Make it 4. And Smith swishes the free throw. He's in double figures. The fourth Winfield player to score in double figures.
Kyle Ashley checks back in the game for Winfield. There are now 3 players in this game playing with 4 personal fouls.
Still 6:04 to play. Second free throw, good. Smith has the 11. Kovarik leads Winfield with 16 points. Ricks has 14, Asbury with 13. 5-point lead for Winfield. Summerfield on the left wing. Gets it to Shufflebind posting up at the foul line. Now they try and go inside. Pass deflected. Loose ball comes back out to Snyder. Now Shufflebind fades away from 8 feet. He missed the shot. Winfield up ahead quickly. Ricks head of the key, dribbles once, gives it to Asbury, who's open for 3. The shot is up and in. T.L. Asbury with 16 points. And it's a 63-55 advantage for Winfield. Philip Barbour needs to answer as we approach the 5-minute mark. Shufflebind at the foul line, tries a bounce pass through traffic, and it's kicked by a Winfield player.
Good job by Philip Barbour recognizing the matchups with the Winfield players with 4 personal fouls and trying to get the ball into that area to try to draw the 5th.
Shufflebind goes to the bench. He's the Philip Barbour player with 4 fouls. He's out of there now.
You lose a big rebounder with him out of the game.
Summerfield throws it into his Philip Barbour teammate B.J. Wolf, and they call a double dribble violation on Wolf. That turnover puts it back in the hands of the Generals of Winfield. 63-55, Winfield in the lead, 5 minutes to go in this Double-A quarterfinal round game. Ricks gives it up to Kovarik. On the right wing, Smith. Now they go in the corner, Ashley. Swing it left side to Ricks. He fakes left, dribbles right, and kicks it to Smith. Smith pulls up outside the lane. Ball comes to Asbury. Now left side, Ricks hits a 3.
How many daggers in their arsenal? They just keep pulling them out.
The lead up to 11, 66-55. Summerfield fakes the 3. Gives it to Wolf on the baseline, and Brian Wolf hits the shot from 10 feet. Play 66-57. Winfield has retaken control of this game here in the fourth quarter.
11 3-point baskets for the Generals of the game now. Philip Barbour, out of the timeout, has to do a couple of things. They've got to create some turnovers off pressure defense. The second thing they have to do is get one of those Winfield players with 4 fouls fouled out of the game.
The big 3 for Winfield has done the damage. Kovarik with 17, Asbury with 16, Ricks with 17 points as well. Into the front court, Andrew Ricks gives it to Kovarik, hands it back to Ricks. Here's the alley-oop back door. Kovarik put it up on the rim, couldn't get the shot to fall. Rebound to Wolf. Philip Barbour pushing it quickly. Summerfield can't shoot the 3. Had Ricks all over him. Now Summerfield open for the 3. It's no good. And the rebound into the hands of John Mike Smith of Winfield, and a foul on that rebound. Clock stop with 4:05 to play. Free throws coming up for Winfield.
Ricks has just meant so much to this team today. His 3-point shooting at critical moments of the game, Then, when it looked like Summerfield was getting untracked offensively, Ricks drew the assignment and has done a very good job containing him.
John Mike Smith 5 of 5 from the free throw line in this game. Shot is up and it's good. Makes it a 10-point lead for Winfield. The Generals led by 14 in the first quarter. Philip Barbour came back, took the lead at the half. Second shot no good, a rebound to B.J. Wolf. Half a quarter to go from this Double-A quarterfinal round game. 10-point Winfield advantage over Philip Barbour. Summerfield dribbles towards the hash mark. He threw it away to Ricks. Ricks bounces it ahead to Kavarik. Layup shot no good. And a rebound yanked down by Moran. Moran gets it ahead to Summerfield. His pass is deflected. It was intended for Wolf. That pass deflected. Wolf came down with it, and he was fouled by Isaac Ashley. And that'll be number 5 on Ashley. The 6'3 senior fouls out with 3:42 to play.
And that's one of the things that Philip Barbour needed to do before this game moved any farther along in the fourth quarter. Now with Ashley out, you've also got Asbury in the game with 4 fouls, and I think you go to work attacking him.
Plenty of time for Philip Barbour. They need to get the offense going. Coach Pat McGinnis gets Jordan Kessler up off the bench to replace Ashley, who's fouled out. So Kessler at 5'8 replaces the 6'3 Ashley. We're ready to go. Philip Barbour throws it in. Travis Snyder with the right-hand dribble, giving it off to Summerfield. Summerfield on the deep wing. Summerfield fires it diagonally through the lane. It's through the hands of Moran, out of bounds.
You cannot throw away opportunities to cut into this lead.
And a whistle for another substitution. Scheffelbein returns for Philip Barbour. He's in there with 4 fouls. Moran goes to the bench. Winfield up by 10, and the Generals certainly will be in no hurry to shoot on this possession as they'll try and milk the clock a bit. Winfield spreads out its offense. Here is Ricks giving it to Kessler. Kessler in the game as a ball handler as he replaced the bigger player Ashley, who fouled out. Kessler gives it to Kavarik. Kavarik dribbles through 2 defenders, circles at the wing, and timeout.
We have a full timeout on the floor. The Charleston Civic Center is offering a buffet today in the upper lobby. The menu includes beef strip loin, mashed potatoes, green beans, and a beverage for $7. So you can avoid the crowds and have a hot meal in a seated area. See the ticket takers for information about directions to the buffet area.
10-point lead for Winfield, 3:08 to play. 67-57 the score.
Generals a very good free throw shooting team. Good ball handlers, smart ball handlers in the game. Buoyed by the fact that anything they shoot, 2 free throws. Pat McGinnis really likes the position he's in.
And Winfield has the ball again. In no hurry to shoot. The Generals into the front court. Ricks brings it up. He gives it off to Kessler. Now a pass in the corner, Kavarik. He skips it over the defense to Kessler. Kessler backing away from this Philip Barbour defense. Ricks shoots it down low to Smith, and great passing by the Generals here as they're working clock. They've worked about 25 seconds off the clock on this possession. Kessler with it. Hook pass in the corner to Smith. He fires it out to Ricks. Winfield playing keep away. Final 3 minutes of this game. Kessler shoots it down low again to Smith. Back to Kessler, back to Smith. 2:20 to go in this game. Kessler again backing away from the defender Summerfield. Kessler off to Smith. Smith will dribble back out front head of the key. Andrew Ricks with the ball now. Ricks with a crossover move, runs into the Philip Barbour defender. That's Shufflebein. Foul called on Shufflebein, and he'll foul out.
Just an excellent job by Winfield working the clock. After Kessler and Ricks give up the ball to the corner, they don't stand around. They work hard to get in position to take the return pass, or they'll set a pick for another player to curl off the pick and get open.
They work nearly a minute off the clock, and it results in free throws for Andrew Ricks. 2:08 to go, 10-point lead. Brian Wolf will replace Shufflebein, who was fouled out. Shufflebein finishes with 12 points. This is Rick's first trip to the line, and the free throw is in. 18 points for Andrew Ricks.
And you know, 18 points is very impressive, but it's the timing of his shots. It's that critical moment in the game when he drains the three-pointer. Right when you think you're making a run and getting a handle on this game, that just kills you.
12-point lead for Winfield. As Philip Barbour can't waste time here. They need a shot, they need it quick, they need the ball back. Here's a three-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound to Brian Wolf, and Wolf scores it. He has 6. 10-point lead, pass down the floor, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Wolf, B.J. Wolf of Philip Barbour. So Winfield has it, 1:48 to play. And again, they worked nearly a minute off the clock with some great keep-away passing the last time Winfield had it. Ricks on the baseline, throws it into Kessler. Kessler dribbling with the left hand, returns it to Ricks. Philip Barbour has to start thinking about fouling, and there's the foul. Snyder reaching in on the Winfield ball handler.
Something else that Winfield has done very well in working the clock is they've kept the ball in the hands of their better free throw shooters.
Snyder picks up his third. Ricks at the line, misses the free throw here. Ricks looking for his 20th point.
Number 20, Jason Garcia.
Jason Garcia checks in the game for the first time for Philip Barbour. Garcia, 5'10" junior. Free throw is good. Ricks gets 1 of 2 for his 20th point. Minute 40 to go, 70-59, an 11-point lead for Winfield. Summerfield done a good job defensively on him in the second half. He scored 7 after scoring 19 in the first half. Summerfield looking inside, dribbling with the right hand toward the corner. Tries to bounce it inside to Brian Wolf. It's touched by a Winfield player as it goes out of bounds. 1:23 to go. Summerfield will trigger. Slaps the ball. Gets it into Garcia. Jump shot is good. Garcia gets his first 2. Timeout Philip Barbour. 1:20 left.
We'll check the Metro News Power Index. Who in AA has played the most difficult schedule this year? And you think, well, West Side, Winfield, Logan Bluefield, those would be the names that come to mind. Keep on going down the list. According to the PI, Philip Barbour, by a pretty good margin, played the most demanding schedule of all AA teams.
Philip Barbour played a lot of AAAs, defeating Robert C. Byrd, defeating Grafton, losing to a very good Elkins team, losing to Bridgeport, a team that was undefeated until the regional championships. In fact, this club played Bridgeport twice, played Elkins 3 times on the season, played Preston, a state tournament team that's here, played Buchanan Upshur, a state tournament team that is here, and Philip Barbour earned victories over both of that club. So Philip Barbour, of course, competed the last time here at the state tournament as a AAA team in 1999. Has slid down to AA this year, but continue to play predominantly a AAA schedule. 70-61. Winfield with the ball and a 9-point lead. Here's Ricks attacking the basket. A pass off right side. Shot put up by T.L. Asbury. It's no good, but Asbury is fouled. He'll shoot 2 with 1:14 to play.
Well, last night we had defending single-A state champion Wheeling Central move on to semifinal Friday. Earlier today, defending AAA state champ Woodrow Wilson took the same route, and we're about 74 seconds away from the defending AA state champ doing the same, and setting up a rematch between Logan. The club split during the regular season.
Asbury misses the first free throw. You just leave that door a little bit cracked. Second shot no good. It's a 3-possession game, 1:10 to go. Philip Barbour needs to get it down the floor quickly and find Summerfield. Here is B.J. Wolf shooting a 3. It's no good, but he's fouled.
Wow, what a bonus. What an opportunity there for Philip Barbour to pick up 3 points with the clock stopped.
It is stopped with 1:08 to go. Foul on Jordan Kessler. It's his first. B.J. Wolf will be shooting 3. His team trailing by 9. First one up, no good. Tough miss there for Philip Barbour, as they had a chance. Again, Winfield leaving that door slightly cracked by missing its free throws. Second one up, that one's good. Moran checks back in for Brian Wolf for Philip Barbour. Second shot good. So Wolf gets 2 of 3. He has 13 points. Zach Paul back in for Philip Barbour as well. He's a 3-point shooter. He's hit 1 in this game. 7-point lead for Winfield, and a foul as Kessler was trapped in the corner. Lost his balance, but B.J. Wolf fouled him. That's the third on B.J. Wolf.
Well, Philip Barbour did a good job of taking the ball out of the hands of Ricks. But in sending Kessler to the free throw line, this guy's a 70% free throw shooter for the year.
Kessler at the line, shooting 2.
Kessler will shoot 2 with 1:02 to go. You referenced the power index earlier. You look at the final edition of the power index, as the free throw is good. 7 of the top 8 schools in AA made it here to Charleston. Ravenswood, who was number 4, lost to this Winfield team in postseason play. The West Side is here, Winfield is here, Logan at number 3 is here, as the second shot is good. 5th-ranked Philip Barbour at the state tournament. Braxton County was ranked 6th. Bluefield ranked 7th. Weir, who's already been eliminated from the tournament by Logan, made it here to state. So 7 of the top 8 in the power index, comprising what is an excellent AA field.
Indeed it is, and Winfield, with a 22-2 record for the year, did not lose a game until the Cole Classic, when Westside, a team that we'll see here later on tonight, Westside knocked them off by 1 point. And then 2 weeks later, Logan knocked Winfield off in Logan. So the 2 clubs that bumped this Winfield record during the course of the year are still playing basketball in Charleston.
1:02 to go, 72-63. Another timeout called by Philip Barbour. As again, they need to find a way to get the ball into the hands of Mark Summerfield. Summerfield with 26 points. And Summerfield from 3 today. And he's made 4. He's 9 of 14 overall from the field. 4 of those 9 made field goals are 3s.
And with everything that Andrew Ricks has done offensively for Winfield today, when he accepted the assignment to match up with Summerfield in the 3rd quarter, right when Summerfield had started to get his rhythm, he effectively shut down Philip Barbour's best offensive weapon.
Philip Barbour, the length of the floor to go. Winfield pulls all of its players back. And the inbounds pass comes to Summerfield. Summerfield will be picked up by Kessler right at midcourt. Summerfield dribbles to the corner. Summerfield gives it off to Wolf. There's a bad pass. Wolf threw it away, intercepted by Ricks all the way down to the other end. The layup shot is good for Ricks. He has 22 points, and it's an 11-point lead for Winfield, 74-63. Here's Summerfield forcing a 3. It's over the rim, no good. And the rebound down to John Mike Smith. There's a foul as Zach Paul hacked Andrew Ricks, got him on the wrist. Ricks will go to the line, 36 seconds remaining. 74-63, Winfield leading Philip Barbour. Ricks puts the first one up. It rolls around and will not fall. Ricks on the day. From the line, 3 out of 5. Make it 4 out of 6. He has 23 points. He leads his team in scoring this afternoon. 30 seconds to go. Here's a three-pointer put up by Snyder. No good. A rebound tapped around, controlled by Summerfield. He has it stripped. Loose ball to B.J. Wolf. He fires a three. That shot no good. And this time Winfield clears. It's Asbury. Asbury gives it to Ricks. Ricks loses it as he kicked it ahead into the front court. Back the other way. B.J. Wolf shoots a three. 7 seconds to go. Kavarik the rebound. And Philip Barbour not interested in fouling. Winfield will win it to move on to the semifinal round. That's the final from the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. Winfield 75, Philip Barbour 63. We'll return to the state capitol in a moment. 75-63, Winfield, the defending champ in Class AA, moves on to the semifinals. Head coach Pat McGinnis joins us here courtside. Well, first of all, Coach, give us your initial thoughts.
Well, Philip Barbour's a nice team. I mean, I talked to other coaches that said they just keep hanging around, and before you know it, they're back in the game. And, of course, we trailed at halftime. So we started out real nice. I thought we had a good flow going. We're running our break, and that's when we're our best. And then all of a sudden we got a couple foul problems and had to take some people out and change our lineup a little bit, and we sort of slowed it down. Now, in defense of Andrew Ricks, he's had the flu the last 2 or 3 days, and I think he started to get gassed a little bit there, but give him credit. He hit some big shots in this game. And but Philip Barbour was, physical. They're athletic, and number 4 is as good as they said he was.
Well, Ricks didn't play like he had the flu. It seemed like every time you needed a big shot, he knocked home a three.
It's true. How many times you see that happen? A kid's either been injured or hurt, and he's trying to get himself back into the game, and he didn't practice Monday or Tuesday. He practiced just a little bit on Wednesday and comes out here and has a great game.
And that was key because Tyler Kavarik didn't have a typical night for him shooting the basketball. He still had 16 points, but Ricks was there to pick up the slack, as was T.L. Asbury. And John Mike Smith, who hit some big threes.
Right. Those guys, those 4 guys are all scoring in double figures, and so if Tyler's a little off or whatever, we expect, John Mike or TL or Andrew or somebody to step up and make some points for us. And I don't know, do we have 3 or 4 in double figures?
4.
4 in double figures. See, that's what we're shooting for. Isaac Ashley's a tremendous role player for us, and he doesn't usually score a lot, but, boy, he does a lot of things defensively and with hustle. And so we like to have 4 in double figures.
Defensively, did you change anything on Summerfield? He had 19 in the first half as Philip Barbour had the lead, and he didn't score for the first 5.5 minutes of the third quarter as your team regained control of the game.
Right. Well, you probably noticed we came out in man-to-man, and, we're a pretty good man-to-man team, really, but our bread and butter has always been the zone, so we're trying to go with it, and we didn't want to get in foul trouble early because as far as big guys, we're not real deep on the bench, but I think the man-to-man got us going a little bit in the second half, and we didn't feel like he could keep shooting like that. Of course, he shot lights out of the zone. The tapes we watched, they didn't shoot that well against zone. That's why we went in zone early and stayed in it for quite a while. But we just felt like he couldn't shoot like that, and man-to-man changed the game a little bit, I think.
Well, preview the semifinal matchup with Logan. Coach Hatcher was here telling us about how these kids on both these teams have played against each other since they were in about 6th or 7th grade. You split 2 regular season games. The rubber match comes up tomorrow. Right.
It should be really exciting. Mark and I are friends, and we beat them at home, and they beat us down there. And, I mean, they were on fire at their place. They played great. So we didn't feel like we played as well, and I'm sure he feels like they can play better than they did. So, we're looking forward to the chance. It should be a great game. What else can you say? It should be a good one.
All right, Coach, congratulations today, and thanks for the visit.
Thank you.
Pat McGinnis, the victorious head coach for Winfield. The Generals win it today, 75-63 over Philip Barbour to move on.